What's up, my beautiful people? Today we are going to be reacting to a video I saw on TikTok. It was a pretty chilling testimony. I really liked a lot of the things that this brother said. I'm trying to find his name, but I do have his TikTok handle. If you guys want to check out his page and check out the journey. Congratulations to this young brother. This video that we're about to react to is just proof that God can change anything. God can deliver you from anything. And it's just peep what he's saying about his testimony. Let's dive into it.
I didn't come to Jesus and give my life to Christ to be straight, to turn from gay to straight. I gave my life to Christ because I was addicted to porn and I really needed help and I really wanted to change, and I was so desperate for a change. And I remember this so clearly. Literally at the beginning of this year, I was on a roof. I was taking a break from work and I was talking to God, and I said, hey, God, I really need to be healed from all these addictions, and I want to come to you, but I don't know if I can come to you because I don't know if I can be straight.
I want to take the time to pause it really quick. We're going to dive back in. He was a homosexual male, but he wasn't coming to God asking, can you make me straight? He was coming to God because he was dealing with some lustful addictions, like a lot of people are. I have videos talking about this, my experiences as well. But through that was transformation. Let's get back into it.
And I said, I don't know if I can be straight, so why not just be gay and Christian? I was like, is that a thing? Can that be a thing? And as I kept asking him that, he just said, just come to me. He said, just come to me. He said, we'll worry about that later. He didn't even give me an answer. He said, just come to me. He said, just let me heal the broken pieces of you. He said, don't worry about it. Because I was heavily addicted to pornography. I would do it in the morning, I would do it in the middle of the day, I would do it at night before I go to sleep. I was ridden with a lot of anxiety and depression, and I didn't want to call it depression because we don't call it depression and we don't call it anxiety. Now I know that it was a spirit, but I would used to wake up and not want to go to work because it was just so frustrating and stressful. And I would use pornography and masturbation to cope. And it didn't work. It didn't satisfy. When I was younger, it did, but it just wasn't satisfying me. It was to the point where even at work, I would just watch porn and masturbate all the time.
I don't know why the video started over.
It wasn't thinking about conversion or any of these things. And I know what I'm saying. Some people will not get it because the veil has not been lifted from their eyes and they're just so caught up in what they want to do. So that's fine.
Man, it takes a lot of courage to even, share your testimony with people like this. It takes a lot of courage to even talk about the things like in detail like this, because a lot of people deal with, lustful nature and stuff like that. We all do. Some people, they cope with it differently, but I'm happy for this man because he realized that the things that he was doing, the ways that he was coping with things, they weren't really fulfilling, and the only thing that really can fulfill your spirit is Christ.
But this might be for somebody, and I don't know who it is. But God just wants a relationship with you. He just wants to be with you. He wants to heal you. He's not worried about all this other stuff. All of this other stuff will come into alignment with him. He will make you clean. He will make you holy. He will make you righteous. But there's a lot of people who are suffering. And he wants to deal with that. He wants to heal that. There's a lot of brokenness from other things outside of questioning identity with your sex and gender and all that other stuff, because there's a root to it. And he wants to heal you. He wants to be the father that you never had. He wants to be the mother that you never had. He wants to give you the love that you never received. He wants to restore the innocence that was stripped away from you. He wants to be your home and your refuge. That's what he wants. That's what he did with me. And if he could do it for me, he could do it for you. But I just not have to set the record straight. I've said this before, but God told me to present this in this way. So hopefully in this way, this touches somebody. All right. I gotta go.
It's a truly beautiful thing when you see people have that come into Jesus moment. It's a truly beautiful thing when you see people after living in a lifestyle for so long. It could be living in a lifestyle of homosexuality. It can be living in a lifestyle of drug abuse, corn addiction, adult sites, and casual fornication link-ups, even if you're not homosexual, man or female. But just seeing how, of course, God may not like a lot of these things that we do in this human nature, but it says in James, you draw close to me and I'm gonna draw close to you. So he gives us opportunities. As long as we're still breathing and has breath in our lungs, we can make that change and have that come into Jesus moment. And we can be delivered from the bondages, the strongholds, the spirits of lust, the spirits of rage, whatever it is. It's so many things. This is just an example. So I'm happy for this man that he was able to be delivered. But there's so many other examples of how Jesus can deliver you from anything that you're going through. So this is really beautiful. That's why I wanted to react to it. I saw it on TikTok and I was like, man, let me save this video because I know I want to do something with it later. And because I know a lot of people don't have TikTok and stuff like that. So if somebody can see this video, even if they're not watching the original video, they can still gain some edification and see some change. Like I said, I'm gonna link his I think his TikTok is Rich with Passion. So he's on there telling his story and stuff like that too. I've seen some other videos that he has been posting. So he's being very transparent about it. And that's what we need, because in the Christian community, some of the most devout Christians, some of the most really devoted, I guess you could say just devout, I can't think of another word right now, but some of the most devout Christians, they really have a story to them. You know what I mean? They just didn't wake up and they're perfect. A lot of people make themselves out to be. They really have a true story to them, their upbringing, what they went through, everything. So I commend you, man. I commend you. Shout out to God. Shout out to God for doing this for him, for delivering him. If, like he said, if he can do that for him, God even delivered me from stuff, and I'm pretty sure God delivered some of the viewers, from things too. God is the God of miracles. The only way you can get to God is through Jesus, his son. He is the way, the life, the truth. So cast your burdens upon him. If you don't think you can be fixed or whatever, if you're just broken means you can be fixed. As long as you have the breath in your lungs, you can be delivered by the Holy Spirit. I love y'all. Be blessed.